Hi, welcome back to another TBR video with me. I'm so excited to be doing this because last month I just had the funnest time ever doing this video. I can't wait for this month. Let's just get some good vibes going and hopefully this is a really good reading month for us. We are doing our June TBR this time and I don't know how many books I'm gonna pick this time. I'm thinking I think 6 is a good number. I think I'm gonna stick with that. I believe that's what I did for May. So we are just gonna continue on that, path, hoping to just read as many as we can. So I have my TBR jar here, nice and handy. I have all the prompts in there as you guys witnessed last month. I'm just gonna literally scramble and grab and then we're gonna pick a book from the TBR cart and then we'll just go from there. So first prompt, we got 2. Okay, let me pick this one. Yes! We got thriller, I know you didn't even see that, but we got thriller / mystery book, which I'm really excited about because that was one of the things that I found with last month's TBR. I got a lot of romance, some literary fiction, and I realized I am a thriller reader. I love thrillers and I felt like I was missing something. So I'm actually super excited that this is the first one for the month of June because regardless, I really wanted to pick a thriller or mystery book. Now right off the bat, I feel like I know what I want to go for. I'm trying to look for it here. Okay, I think Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I've had this book for a few months now and I've just heard a lot of good things about it. That's why I picked it up. I've heard some people say it's their favorite thriller ever. There's huge plot twists that they could not even guess, and that is very exciting. I have no idea what it's about. Think you know the person you married? Think again. 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, and an anniversary they will never forget. That sounds really fun. I don't know where Rock, Paper, Scissors comes into that at all, but it sounds fun. I don't think I've ever read an Alice Feeney book, but I've heard of her. So I think I want to go for this one. So first book on the June TBR is going to be Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. That's so exciting. I'm so glad we got a thriller / mystery book already. Prompt number 2. Okay, I'm going for the longer ones this time. A seasonal read. Okay, June. Is June spring or summer? The fact that I have to literally look this up because I'm not too sure. Summer. Okay, so we get to pick a summer read. That's exciting. What am I feeling? Okay, so we have People We Meet on Vacation, which has been on the TBR for literally over a few years now. And every summer I put this on my TBR because I want to read it. It's an Emily Henry book. Just read Funny Story. This is the only Emily Henry book I haven't read. That's a big reason why I'm drawn to it. But let's see, another summer read. Also, I have a few books back here that I just can't really see because I just have to, there's no room on this shelf. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at It Starts With Us. I kind of want to add this to the TBR because the movie It Ends With Us is coming out. I actually have no idea when it's coming out, but I just saw the trailer and it reignited that love for the book. I did enjoy It Ends With Us, and I've had this for a while. I literally bought it when it came out. I just have never read it. So I think I want to go with this. It's definitely giving summer vibes. It looks like a pool. This is the sequel to It Ends With Us. So if you've read that book, you know this is about Lily, Ryle, and Atlas. Very long, complex, convoluted story between the 3 of them. If you want to know more about that, definitely read It Ends With Us. I feel like anyone watching this video has read It Ends With Us. I still don't want to spoil anything because I hate spoilers. So I think I'm gonna choose this one. It's giving summer. It's giving, I actually do want to read this, and it's pretty short and it looks like it'll be a really fast read and it'll get me prepared for the movie all that much more. Second book going on the TBR. Wow, we're doing a really good job already. I really feel drawn and happy with the selections I have so far and I'm excited. Now we have to just fix this up. I just double checked when It Ends With Us comes out, the movie, and it comes out in August. So this is perfect timing. It'll have it fresh in my memory for when I go to watch the movie. So perfect choice. Couldn't have done better. Next prompt is going to be book with flowers on cover. I feel like I got this one last month. Yes, because I chose Hot House Flower for it. So we're gonna just toss that one aside. We're not gonna do it because I don't want to do it 2 months in a row. We have way too many prompts for that. Next one, I'm so indecisive. 4-word title. Okay, a book with a 4-word title. We can work with that. Honestly, I feel like most books have 4-word titles. There's so many books on here that I've been wanting to read and this is just gonna make it so hard because it's such a general, broad prompt. I've been wanting to read Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home, but that is definitely 6 and not 4. I mean, it's in different fonts, but no, I don't think that counts. I don't want to cheat, so that's out of the picking. This is interesting. I'm interested in A Man Called Ove, but no, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there's this one, The Last Love Note. I've seen this one all over bookstagram, and that's why I bought it at Target like a few weeks ago. It's decently recent, I think. Actually, let's see when this book came out. Also, I somehow got like a signed edition, which I did not even realize that I was getting that when I bought it, so I think that's really cool. This one's also really giving like summer. Oh, it came out in 2023, so it came out last year. I think it's like a rom-com. Oh, okay. There's one down here that is calling my attention. Evie Drake Starts Over. This one I also have seen a lot of people talk about. I think it's more of a literary fiction type of book, but it's pretty short, and I think this is so cute. Like this is giving vibes. Like any time of the year, like you want to pick this up and read it because it looks super cute. I've never read anything by this author. I have heard of this book. Do not really know what it's about. A heartfelt debut about the unlikely relationship between a young woman who's lost her husband and a major league pitcher who's lost his game. Okay, I like that. I'm a big baseball girly, so I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. I'm gonna add this one. This is such a random one that I did not think would make my TBR this month. Side note, before I like got into this video, obviously I took a look here and was like, okay, I can see some books that I'm hoping will end up on my TBR because I've been feeling them, been wanting to read them. This one was not one of the ones that was like on my radar. So yeah, we're gonna add this. And it looks like a nice short book, can be a palette cleanser for when I'm like feeling overwhelmed or feeling like in a slump-ish kind of thing. So I'm excited. We're gonna add this. I also completely forgot, but up here I have like my library books, and totally forgot that I have these two from the library that maybe they'll make it on the TBR because I'm gonna have to return these if they don't make it. So the first one is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Extremely popular book. I think it's a memoir about this girl in her like 20s and just like giving advice and talking about what her life was like. And then Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This freaking cover, like I have to read this at home. Like I'm not taking this out with me, I'm sorry. I am not a fan of having like realistic human-like figures and people on book titles. Like give me something ominous, give me something animated. But yeah, these two are also on the TBR. I literally just need to make some more room on here because nothing fits. All right, next prompt is, let's go for this long one, why not? Instagram poll chooses, so I get to pick 2. Ooh, that's really exciting. What books am I going to choose? Okay, I want to give the books, I wanted to choose Magnolia Parks, but I feel like if I choose Magnolia Parks, everyone's gonna vote for Magnolia Parks, so I want to give the other book a fair chance. What am I wanting to read? I did recently get these 3 Book of the Month books, and these seem like something I would want to read. I have How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong and Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. These are really popular. I think I'm gonna go for these 2, and it's cute. They're hardcovers, they're Book of the Month, they're like recently new books that people talk about. So I'm gonna take a picture of these 2 and put them on the poll, and then we will just see what people choose. This is exciting. I really don't know what people are gonna choose. I don't have any like idea. All right, just took the picture. We are going to put it up on a poll. Okay, just posted the story on my stories, so we're gonna wait a few minutes. I'll check that at the very end, so that'll probably be the last book on the TBR, just so we have ample time for people to vote. But for now, we're gonna count that as 4 books on the TBR, 2 more prompts to go. So let's see what we get next. A popular book. Okay, so this one, these are all pretty popular, I feel like. So I can really choose anything, I feel like. Again, I told you guys I'm really leaning towards Magnolia Parks. And the reasons for that is after I read Daisy Hates, I think like 2 months ago, 5-star read, I've just been thinking about that universe and that world again, and I know to get to the next Daisy Hates book, I have to read a Magnolia Parks book. So I think I want to pick this and just kind of make my way through the series. This would be book 3 in the total 5 books that are out at the moment, so that'll put me at like halfway through the series, which I think is a good idea because I don't want to get too far behind. This is too popular for me to not pick, quite frankly, so I think I'm gonna go with this, Magnolia Parks. If you guys don't know what Magnolia Parks Parks is essentially it is London socialites. They're like young adults living in London and they're all really, really wealthy. It's a huge friend group, but within it, of course, there's like couples, and one of them being Magnolia Parks and BJ Valentine. They have an extremely toxic relationship. Like, if you read the first Magnolia Parks book, you will want to throw the book at the wall, you will want to cry, you will want to laugh. Like, it's just, you can't take it seriously, but at the end of the day, when you put it into context, you're like, okay, I get it. You know, it's just such a whirlwind. I 50% hated Magnolia Parks and I 50% loved Magnolia Parks. And by Magnolia Parks, I mean the first book, not the character. I'm excited to see what this book brings. I don't really have any expectations. I'm hoping I like it more than the first book, and I think I will because I already know kind of all the characters. So yeah, we're gonna choose this one. We're going with Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. All right, so that puts us at 4 over here, but technically 5 with whichever book Instagram chooses. So let's go in for our last one and see what we get. Gotta make it special. Okay, so we pulled one out and it says, author you've never read. This is a good one. I love this. Although I'm also kind of sad because I had some books on here that I have read. They're either part of series or just authors that I really like and want to continue reading. And none of these books, well, now I can't choose those books, so that's okay. There's this one, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Like, how cute is this cover? This cover just makes me want to read it. I have no idea what it's about, but the cover is beautiful. I've never read anything by this author, Betty Smith, so this is a contender. Honestly, my 2 library books would be great contenders as well, because I've never read any Dolly Alderton books and I've never read Megan Brandy. You know what? I think I'm leaning more towards the Dolly Alderton book because I've also really been in the mood for like a nonfiction memoir read, and this is a memoir if I'm not mistaken. So I think I want to go with this one. Dolly Alderton, heard so many great things. This book specifically, heard so many great things. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And it's a Peacock show, I guess, if you can see down there. It says Peacock now streaming. I always love reading books that have like TV or movie adaptations because I just love to know what the heck is going on. So we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna pick Dolly Alderton's Everything I Know About Love. Really exciting. Now I get to knock out a library book. All right, so the TBR is, I think, pretty full, pretty done. I think that's more than enough books for my TBR. Again, we are still waiting for one more book to be chosen. It's either going to be Butcher and Blackbird and How to End a Love Story. If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm leaning more towards Butcher and Blackbird just because it's giving spicy romance with serial killers. Like, I don't know, that sounds really interesting. This one, I know the author of this book is the screenwriter for an Emily Henry book adaptation movie, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does, but that's really intriguing and I've heard great things about this. I have heard some conflicting things, but overall pretty good things. This was I think May's Reese's book club pick, which is really exciting, so I would only be 1 month behind on that, although I have like probably like 70 plus books that I'm technically behind on, but you know what I mean. This would be a pretty recent, you know, book club pick, so I honestly would be happy with either one of these, so we'll just see what gets chosen. I'm back. So it's literally been like a few hours, maybe 3-4 hours since I was filming this video, and I wanted to come back and check the freaking Instagram poll to see what the results are and is going to be the final book on my June TBR. So let's see. Okay, this, I'm not surprised. It is a final. I don't know if you can see that, or if it's like, I'll screenshot it and maybe put it right here. That would be smarter. But my next read is going to be How to End a Love Story by Yuling Kwang. It's an anticipated read for me, definitely, because I love everything Reese's Book Club puts out, and I've heard a lot about this book. Can't wait to see what this author's writing style is like, knowing she's the screenwriter for Beach Read, the Emily Henry movie. So cannot wait, and this is going to be the final book on my June TBR. So now let's quickly recap the June TBR. First up, like I just mentioned, is How to End a Love Story by Yuling Kwang. This was a book of the month pick and a Reese's Book Club pick. Highly anticipated read. I believe this is a rom-com, so again, my favorite genre. Can't wait to read. Next up is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, and this is a memoir about a woman, and I believe it's her reflecting on her 20s, all about love, friendships, everything. So I cannot wait to read this. Super, super highly rated, and it's always talked about, I feel like. I've heard so much about this, so now I can't wait to check it out. Next up is Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. This is the third book in the Magnolia Parks universe and the second Magnolia Parks book. I'm excited and definitely interested to see how I feel about this, considering the first Magnolia Parks book was not my favorite. So we'll see what this one is like. Fourth book on the TBR is It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is the sequel to It Ends With Us, which has a movie coming out in August of this year. So perfect timing to read this one. This was my summer summary type of pick. Next up is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, a thriller mystery that I'm definitely looking forward to because I haven't read a thriller mystery in a minute, and this just seems like the perfect thing to add as a palate cleanser in between some of these books. Last one up is Evie Drake Starts Over. It's a short little literary fiction book that looks very like vibey. Like the cover is beautiful, honestly, and if you have good cover art, I'm probably gonna read the book. So that's all there is to say about this. So these are all the books on my June TBR. I'm super happy I was able to do this video again, and I'm already looking forward to July's TBR video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's about it. Have a good day. Bye.